This is the Legion Go S that is officially releasing running SteamOS, and that's kind of a big deal, so we'll get into that, but I also got some hands-on experience with this, so let's jump into this video. There are going to be two variants of the Legion Go S. One is going to be powered by Windows, and it's not going to have the option of a lower powered version. It's going to come with their new Z2 chip, not the Extreme that's going to be in the new Legion Go. But what's interesting is the SteamOS version is actually just going to stay on the Z1 chipset. It can get upgraded to the Z1 Extreme, and I believe it's going to come with an option of probably a 16 gigabyte, but you can upgrade it to 32 gigabytes. And it can also come up to 1 terabyte of storage. But you can also fit in it a regular size SSD, so upgrading the storage yourself is going to be probably pretty simple and affordable. That's where the differences of the Windows version compared to the SteamOS version end. Everything after this, they're exactly the same, except the color scheme. The Windows one is white, and the SteamOS version is black. They have this beautiful 8-inch, 16 by 10, 120 hertz screen that has 500 nits of brightness, and it's great. It looks amazing. It feels so good in the hands. The only thing is I wish it was an OLED screen. I understand they're trying to keep the cost down, so that's why. And honestly, the ROG Ally X that I've been using is not an OLED, and it's okay. The battery is 55.5 watts. I would have loved to see even can we get to 65 watts, 70 watts? Man, I really thought this year, because of the ROG Ally X, we were gonna see that the standard of this 50 watt battery was going to not be the case anymore, because they just dumped an 80 watt hour battery in their device last year. So I thought, surely 2025 we will start seeing mostly all handhelds with bigger batteries, but we're not. So that's kind of a bummer to see. For ports, you have the audio jack, 2 USB 4 jacks, and a micro SD card reader. Pretty standard, but it's nice to see 2 USB 4 connections. It weighs 740 grams, which it feels great. Holding it doesn't feel like it's heavy at all, but to compare, the ROG Ally X is 678 grams, and the OLED Steam Deck is 640 grams. So this bad boy is 100 grams heavier than the OLED. Again, holding it and playing on it, it didn't feel way heavier. I didn't really notice that. Okay, so that is all the specs about the Lenovo Go S powered by SteamOS. Now, why this is such a big deal, and maybe why you've been seeing so many people writing and talking about this specific device compared to the myriad of other amazing devices, including the new Legion Go 2, which is actually what I'm way more excited about. From the technical specs side of things, that device is amazing. But there's actually something very profound about Lenovo partnering officially and licensing SteamOS, because this marks the beginning of what could be a massive shift and change in the tech world, much more than just handheld gaming. Linux becoming a mainstream product line that's being sold in Best Buy is actually something that could have a massive effect in how everything works in the world. Not anytime soon. This is going to be a gradual, slow thing, but for gaming, it could start rapidly changing how stuff works, especially as they start entering into the world of dropping console-like computers, which with SteamOS just essentially become a PlayStation or an Xbox. But it's actually just a really beefy, amazing computer that could cost way less than that computer would have costed you to get. But then you start getting used to running Linux. There's just a lot underneath the surface of Lenovo dropping a product that is going to sell in Best Buy to the mainstream audience running Linux. And it's actually very, very exciting to see. But beyond all of those speculations of what the future could hold, the immediate means that we are going to start getting handhelds that are going to be shipping with a far superior gaming experience right out of the box, as opposed to the millions of updates and blue screens and crashes of Windows. You'll be able to take this device out, run through the installation, sign into your Steam Deck, and just start playing your games. None of this nonsense of third-party apps on top of other things and Windows wanting you to update in 5 different places. You'll just be able to play your games. All right, that's it for the Legion Go S SteamOS version. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.